You gave them pieces of you they didn't deserve. You handed out loyalty like candy, and they chewed it up like it was disposable. And now, you're standing here, wondering what went wrong. But listen carefully. You didn't go wrong. They just weren't built to handle something real. Here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. Most people don't want something real. They say they want honesty. But when you give them the raw truth, the uncomfortable, ugly truth, they run. They run because it exposes their own lies. It mirrors their own fakeness. And you're left wondering, what the hell just happened? That's the first mistake people like you make. Thinking loyalty guarantees loyalty. It doesn't. Your heart isn't a contract. Just because you gave them your best doesn't mean they'll treat it like gold. Let me break it down. To them, you weren't treasure. You were fuel. You were comfort. You were attention. And when they had enough, when they filled their cup with your energy, they vanished. No warnings, no goodbyes, just silence. And here you are, thinking you failed. But listen, you didn't fail. You simply outgrew the cage they wanted to trap you in. This is where most people quit. But you're different. Because tearing yourself apart to find your worth again, that's not weakness. That's rebirth. And rebirth always comes with pain. Yeah, it hurts when the ones you'd fight for don't even show up when you're bleeding. But holding on to people who already let go of you, that's suicide in slow motion. Let me tell you something brutal. They didn't forget you. They just didn't care enough. And that silence, that's your answer. The world won't pause for your heartbreak. Time doesn't stop because someone shattered you. That clock keeps ticking whether you heal or not. So fix your crown. With bloody hands, tired eyes, and a heavy chest. Because no one's coming to save you. Not them. Not the ones who pushed you. Not the ones who cheered when you fell. But here's the twist. You don't need saving. You just need to let go. Let them choke on your absence. Let them learn the hard way. That once you walk away, you never come back the same. That's how you win. Not with noise. Not with anger. But with transformation. Make your silence loud. Make your success sharp. Make your glow blinding. That's the revenge they never see coming. Don't wait for an apology. Some people ain't sorry, not because they didn't hurt you, but because they don't value you enough to care. And that truth, it's cold, it's harsh, but it sets you free. Because you don't owe them closure, you owe yourself peace. So leave them behind. They were a chapter, not the whole story. And your new story, it's yours alone. Built on your pain, built on your silence, built on your discipline. And when they look back, all they'll see is the moment you stopped explaining yourself and started evolving. And here's the funny part. They'll miss you the moment you stop needing them. Because that's how people work. They don't appreciate what stays. They romanticize what leaves. But by then, you'll be too far gone. Not physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You'll have built a new version of yourself. A version that doesn't flinch at their name. A version that doesn't ache at their absence. And don't lie to yourself. You saw the signs, the distance, the cold replies, the excuses, but you kept giving chances like they were endless. You stayed, you carried, you forgave. But let's call it what it was. That wasn't love. That was manipulation, convenience wrapped in fake promises. Now the fog has lifted. Now it's your responsibility to walk away. Because you can't heal in the same place you got hurt. You can't rebuild in the same fire that burned you. They say time heals everything. Lie. Time only teaches. And if you're not learning, you're just bleeding in circles. You don't need more time. You need more discipline. So stop checking their page. Stop hoping they'll come back. Stop giving energy to ghosts. Instead, turn your pain into bricks. Build your empire in silence. Build it so high they can't even see the top. Because when you finally stop explaining and start evolving, that's when the world sees who you really are. Listen, you've bled enough. You've cried enough. You've begged enough. Now it's time to rise, to burn the old version of yourself, to walk away, not with bitterness, but with clarity. Don't curse them. Thank them. Thank them for teaching you what you don't deserve. Thank them for showing you what fake love looks like. so you'll recognize the real thing when it comes. Because at the end of the day, you don't owe anyone an explanation for your growth. You owe yourself a future that doesn't require permission. And this is where your story really begins. Walk forward. Walk alone if you have to. Walk with bloody hands if you must. But keep walking, because your silence, your distance, your evolution, that's the revenge they'll never understand. And that's your freedom.